So let me just get straight into it. I'm actually a spoken word artist, and I'm gonna put my phone down. Let's get comfortable. So I've been performing around the country doing poetry. So sometimes I have to take a day off from these lovely kitties. Yeah. Thank you. So let's get straight into it. This poem is kind of like an ode to my childhood, and I work with the youth, so you guys can probably relate to this. So let's do this one. It's called Remember the Days, okay? I remember the days, flash back to me, when you wasn't touching the rim, but you was throwing it down on a milk crate tied to a metal gate. You wasn't playing in the park because the park was too far, because Dana couldn't see me from the window when she was cooking. But I was in the front yard playing games like kickball, freeze tag, and red light, green light, 1, 2, 3. The times when rock, paper, scissors settled everything. And as crazy as it seemed, suicide was an actual game. I remember when it didn't matter if you couldn't go off your block because your block was hot. It had it all. Relay racing the day away, even big kids was in decent shape. Throwing rocks in abandoned buildings and in empty lots where they had that broke down car that you and your boy sat in front of like it was hot. I remember cops and robbers, Lego blocks, Hot Wheels cars with wash-on tattoos talking about what you mean. Mine's is real, but don't touch it. I'm talking fortune tellers. Pick a number, then pick a color. B-L-U-E, and the fortune being, you stink. Paper airplanes playing sporks in the cafeteria. Your reflex were crazy, dodging plastic shards in their eyelids. Still a vacant wall when it was too cold for recess outside. The days way back when school was cool. I remember when Nintendo cartridges didn't start working until you blew in it. Then if that didn't work, some alcohol would definitely do the trick. What about going to school in spring losing bus passes? Cause you like to walk with your homies, and when you liked a girl, you stayed giving her love taps. The only diseases we was contracting back then was the cooties, and we had the cure for that. We were like circle, circle, dot, dot, now I got my cootie shot. But I remember my first kiss happened in the 6th grade, but it happened with mad chapstick, I'm telling you, it was magic. How about you went to a block party, nobody was packing gats, but we was busting caps from the cap guns with the orange tips, holding tin cans to open hydrants. Back in my days, water balloons meant D-O-O-M for innocent bystanders. Bloods and Crips was non-existent. Only crews there was were breakdance crews, rocking the same flavor lawsuits. I remember hopscotch, pop rocks, 5-cent gums, now laters, excuse me, now and laters, because the name is literal. Stuff stuck in your teeth for days, eating them anyway, lips green, making a mess with sunflower seeds, then planting them in the ground trying to grow a tree. But hey, we were kids doing the extraordinary things like snapping into a Slim Jim like my man Macho Man Randy Savage, and wrestling your best friend, fighting over who gets to be Hulk Hogan. Running through the house ripping too small Fruit Loom t-shirts. Waking up dumb early to watch Saturday morning cartoons. Like Pokemon, the X-Men, or the Thundercats. While all bundled up in a Ninja Turtle bedsheet. Wearing a one-piece pajama. Eating cake cereal with the window wide open. Wondering why you was always sick. Mom's talking about get the Vicks. I remember you could get good reception if you touched an antenna with the metal on the window sill. Back when everybody wanted to be like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. There was no MTV. There was no BET with Terrence and whoever. Back then in Brooklyn, we were watching regular TV. Let's see if y'all can remember this with me. That means channels 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, and the infamous 13. They're looking at me like, what is 13? PBS. I remember watching the Shining Time station with my homie Thomas the Train. Sesame Street had a better team than the Knicks. Wanted to be a part of the Ghost Riders going around solving mysteries with that circular thing. And last but not least, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? But I remember the days when you learned how to defend yourself in the slapbox square until you had beef. But the funny thing about the beef, it was one-on-one and you wasn't getting jumped in. Later on that week, you was the best of buddies playing Scully in the street, hanging in your boy's house till his mother got tired of the noise and kicked you all out. I remember it was so hot in the summer it felt like I couldn't move. Till I went to that corner store bodega and bought that 25-cent juice. And that was my energy boost. And then the icy man would come around just like this. Yo, let me get a red one. With a little bit of blue on top. But I didn't have enough money. He just took what I had and smiled and said, make sure you have my money the next time, man. As he turns his cart, honks it home with his right hand. And all you can do is smile and go about your day knowing the icy man wouldn't even remember your face. But the funny thing about that, you damn sure had no intention of paying him back anyway. But I remember and love those days when life was so simple. It was about the little things that made us smile on the daily. And now it just flashed to reality. And I want to go back in the days when I was young and not a kid anymore. But some days, I sit and wish I was a kid again.